What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be talking about money and how masculine men have a money mindset. Now, listen, I get it. I hear a lot of people talking about money ain't everything. Money can't buy you love. Money doesn't make you happy. Money is the root of all evil, and all these things that they attach to money. And usually those talking points come from people who do not have money or who do not understand money. Okay, listen to me and listen to me very well. From a masculine mindset, right? From a masculine mindset, money is several things. Number one, it's a resource. Masculine men have resources. Money can't buy you happiness and it can't buy you love and all of those things, right? But money can do a whole lot of other things for you. Masculine men already know that money can't buy you love and happiness or, all of this kind of stuff. We understand that. But money does make life easier for you. Money allows you opportunities. Money gives you options. Money gives you choices. Money gives you a voice. Money gives you power. I don't even know if I already said that. But masculine men understand this, and this is why masculine men have a money mindset. It's not about going out and buying big cars, fancy clothes, and I don't know, taking trips and just looking a certain way for people or anything like that. No, absolutely not. Nah. Don't get me wrong now. People do that. People get money and that's what they do with it. And that's fine. Your own prerogative. Do what it is that you want to do with the money that you have. Not a problem. But for a masculine man and a masculine mindset, getting to the money is a thing. Now, purpose is everything, in my opinion, right? Purpose is everything. However, typically when you're grinding, when you are on your purpose, money is going to come. Let me break this down, right, guys? A lot of times when you find people in compromising positions, compromising situations and things of that nature, it's because they don't have money. Most compromises come from not having resources, and usually that resource is tied to money. You got people out here that will do something strange for a little change. I know y'all heard that saying before. My grandmother, that's the first person I heard say that. Do something strange for a little change. But listen, there's a lot of people out here that are just in survival mode. There are people out here that get up and go to work every day, and they're simply in survival mode. They've gotten themselves where they're in a hole, and all they're doing is going to work to get themselves dug out of that hole. And they will never dig themselves out of that hole simply because they don't have the proper mindset to do so. Listen, delayed gratification is the thing that will help you when it comes to getting to the money. All right, guys, if you listen, look at most of the problems that people have, and I guarantee you it will tie back or go back to money. Follow the money. I know you hear that all the time, right? Follow the money, trace the money, track the money. Most of the time, it always goes back to money. A lot of y'all guys are in situations that you don't want to be in when it comes to, let's just say, your job. You can't stand your job. You do not like your job. But guess what? That job provides you what? Money. You need money. So guess what? You get up and go to a job every single day that you do not like simply because you need that money, right? Listen, let me ask you a question. If you don't think money is important and you don't think, money should be on your mind, how long can you go without spending money? Let me say that again and let me switch it up a little bit. How long can you go without money being spent, money on you being spent? You get what I'm trying to say? You can't go very long. I want you to just think about it. You can't go very long without money being spent. Most people can't go very long without money being spent. And so what happens is, being that money is that important, listen, you got to pay rent, you got to pay a mortgage, you got to pay a light bill, you got to pay insurance, you got to pay phone bills, you got to eat, you got to put gas in the car, I can go on and on and on about the you gotters. But at the end of the day, for the most part, everything in some way, shape, or form is coming back to money. Money is important. I'm telling you right now. And when you don't have money and you're in survival mode, because that's what most people are in, survival mode. Like I said, you're in a hole and all you're trying to do is dig yourself out. You do something strange for a little change. When you have money, and when I say have money, right, I'm not necessarily talking about just go to work, get a paycheck, now you got money. Go to work, get a paycheck, and now you have money. I'm talking about you're in a situation where you're not relying on anybody for the money. You've done the right thing with your money to the point where your money in some way, shape, or form is making money for you. You have some type of asset that is paying you. You're running a business. You understand what I'm saying? You have investments that's paying you dividends. You got, real estate, maybe a couple of homes that you rent out. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're not on somebody else's clock. And your income is not dependent on a boss paying you. Now, it's a little bit different. I understand if you're running a business or you got real estate and you have individuals that are living in your house. And so you're going to be like, yeah, Lucky, well, you're depending on them, you know what I'm saying, to pay you rent. Cool, got it. But you still have that asset, right? That asset is still yours. See, a job, you don't determine whether or not you have that job. The person in HR, your boss or your supervisor, whoever, has the ability to cut your lights out. You understand what I'm saying? They have the ability to fire you today and then you SOL tomorrow. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Y'all got to understand, man, masculine men have a money mindset and it's not a game. It's not about spending money on them, how much money they can spend on themselves, how much money we can. Nah, it's about having security. Do you know what it's like to have to worry about what your finances are going to look like tomorrow? Do you know what it's like driving a car that's halfway beat up? Not because you don't mind driving a daily driver that may be beat up, but simply because you don't have the means, you don't have the money to either put the car in the shop and get it fixed or get another car. So every day you go out there and you hope that when you turn the key, the car starts up, or you hit the little push to start, and hope that the car start up. The car is driving, grinding on brakes. You know what I'm saying? The AC don't work. And I'm laughing because my AC was out for about 2 years. But that's simply because I only drive the car back and forth to work. AC wasn't an issue. It wasn't that hot. And I drive a truck all day that has absolutely no AC. So it wasn't even bothering me that the car didn't have AC because I drive around in a vehicle that doesn't have AC anyway. But I had the means to get it taken care of. I just didn't want to get it taken care of. It just wasn't that important. But some of y'all want to get it taken care of, and it is that important, and you don't have the means to do so. Some of y'all guys are robbing Peter to pay Paul, man. You barely getting past payday and you're broke. As soon as payday, you're done. It's a wrap. Everything is coming out. Your account is overdrawn and all that. That's not masculine in any way, shape, or form, guys. Money matters. Okay, a lot of y'all guys are caught up in situations, man, in relationships and dealing with women and doing something strange for a little change simply because you have no choice. A lot of y'all guys are sitting in relationships and taking BS, being disrespected, violated, and all this kind of stuff simply because you can't afford to live on your own. Y'all live together, y'all, 50-50 or whatever the case may be. And I'm not speaking bad on, you know what I'm saying, 50-50 and splitting bills. If that's what you know what I'm saying, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. I'm not addressing that, but I'm simply saying some of you guys wouldn't be able to make it. Let's just say y'all broke up, or let's just say worst case scenario, and unfortunately, she passes away. What are you gonna do? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of y'all guys, man, it's a lot of people that's just really in some real tight situations, man. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, it all comes back to money. I got people at my job that are broke, busted, and disgusted, and I'm talking about their body. I had shoulder surgery a couple years ago. There are guys in there that are hurting, but they come to work hurt. And I'm like, listen, you got insurance. Why don't you just let the insurance take care of it? You pay your co-pay, or, you just pay your percentage. They can't afford to not be at work. They can't afford to not be at work because their overhead is so high. They got bills on top of bills on top of bills. And so what happens is they're tearing their body down. They have the ability to go and get their body fixed, right? But they're tearing their body down because they don't have the ability to be out of work for the amount of time it will take for the surgery and for the rehabilitation for them to be out and fix themselves. Guys, listen, man, money is important and you have to stop acting like it's not. Listen, you're going to get to a point in time where as you get older, right? And I'm speaking from experience, you can't really get out here and do it the same. It takes a greater toll on your body. I'm telling you, it's rough. I used to laugh at the old guys, man, when they be like, all right, one day you'll see. I'd be like, man, old man, I'll never be like you. Guess what? I'm just like them, 100% just like them. Not saying on a financial level, but I'm saying as far as my body, you know what I'm saying? Being at the point where it's like, okay, it's time to slow down. But guess what? When you slow down, your money is going to slow down as well. And if you haven't done the right thing financially, everything else is going to slow down as well. Guys, you got to do the right thing with your money, man. You got to have a money mindset, man. Money is very important. Stop spending money that you make on things that are not going to make you money. Stop spending your money on things that are not going to make you money. Now, I get it. You got to eat. You got to put gas in your car, right? I get it, all of those things. But I'm talking about the extracurricular activities, man. Going out, hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Buying all these clothes, jewelry, cars, just because they're the hottest car out and things like that. Stop putting your money into things that do nothing but lose value. Put your money into assets, guys. Money is very important, and you never realize how important money is until you need it and you don't have it. Y'all ever heard that term? It's better to have and not need than to need and not have. A lot of you guys are in situations where you need money and you don't have it. And so what's happening is you have to suffer in other areas of your life. You have to get up and go to a job that you do not like simply because you can't manage money. You have to wake up every morning to a woman that you do not like simply because you do not have a money mindset. You got to wake up in the house in your mother's basement, right? Not because you're living at home to take care of your mother because she's older and she's ailing and you want to be there for her. No, simply because you can't afford to pay today's rent. Money is very important and you have to have a money mindset. I'm telling you, when you have money, I honestly just want to say 99% of your problems will go away. Now, that's not because when you have money, problems don't arise. It's simply that 99% of most problems that do arise have a financial link to it. And so when you have the money, it's much easier for you to take care of the problem. Listen, car breakdown, I can either take it to the shop and get it fixed. Hey, you know what? I'm tired of putting money into this car. Let me go ahead and finance, you know what I'm saying? Another car. Then again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying one thing and I'm turning around and saying another because I'm saying, yo, put your money into things that are going to make you money. But what I'm saying is when you have that money, it will help you deal with the problems that you have. Most of us, our financial issues come from a car breakdown, a health issue, a breakup. And now you don't have the money. So now you're in a hole and you're stuck in that hole. I'm not saying go out and buy a luxury car that you eventually are not going to be able to afford. You got to stretch it out over a 9-year payment, right? The car is 8.5 years old. You're still making a brand new car payment on it. Now it's out of warranty. You got to pay for every time it breaks down. You can't afford to make the shop repairs because it's an expensive car and you still got to make the car payment. You still got to pay the car insurance. Go out and get you something that, yo, you just got to run here, run there, run there. And then the money that you don't spend on that expensive car note, put it into something that is going to make you money. Fellas, it is very masculine to have a money mindset. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a money mindset. Having a money mindset will save you. Most people, if they just had enough money, they would be okay. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling y'all what I know. So listen, man, you got to shift your thinking, man. You got to shift your mindset. If you're not in a money state of mind, you have to be on a money state of mind. I'm not saying that everything has to be about money, but I'm saying you got to have that money mindset, man. Or else I'm just telling you, man, you just might as well just kiss your ass goodbye. Y'all be good, man. I'll be back with another one, man. Y'all get to the money, man. Start putting your money into things that are going to make you money. And when you continuously do that, eventually you'll be able to live off of your assets and not off of your paycheck. And that, at the end of the day, is the ultimate goal, y'all. I'm going to start doing more content about money and how you can transition from being in debt to out of debt, you know what I'm saying? Start investing in things like that. If y'all want some content on that, just let me know in the comments section. Just put money mindset, I guess. Money mindset. Y'all let me know, man. I'll start a whole playlist, just money mindset, where I'll start talking about money, how to get your mind right, and, you know, little things that you could do if you don't know what it is that you need to do to get your mind right when it comes to the money, or how to get your money right if you do have money coming in, how to get out of debt and things of that nature. But guys, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you have to have a mindset. You can't provide. You can't provide for your family if you don't have a money mindset. Provision does require money at some point in time. Leadership and things like that, I get it, man. Provision, leadership, two different things. Yes, you can provide, and provide doesn't necessarily have to come from a financial perspective, but come on, at the end of the day, you want your family to be secure. And there's no security if there's no money. That's why they call it a security deposit. But yo, I'll check y'all later, man. Y'all be good.